help also. You can't just be sitting in the back just relaxing, like eating french fries and fucking chicken nuggets with honey mustard. Hi friends, it's Riyah. Welcome back to my channel, and today is what? Today is day 4 of Storytime Week, and this story time is going to be about the time that I got fired from Wendy's. Now, before you watch the story, make sure you click that subscribe button if you are not subscribed to my channel, because you're gonna want to see the rest of my story times, and you can play catch up with my other story times. Yeah. Make sure you are following me on Snapchat. If you were following me on Snapchat, you would have saw all my snaps from me getting ready today, me getting ready yesterday, but that Snapchat is somewhere up here. It is Riyah_her. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at _simply_Mariah, and check out my Twitter, that is at Riyah twice, RIYAHTWICE, and I be ranting up there a little bit. I'm gonna rant more because I got a lot of shit to say, and I'm direct with my shit, okay? So if I got something to say to somebody, I will fucking at them. But yeah, follow my Twitter. I have some subscribers who have been here with me for a long time, who I see on every single video, commenting, you know who you are. I call you guys by your name. I love you. I was trying to figure out what I could call you. I want you guys to come up with a name. Like, what do you want to be called? Because subscribers and subbies, like, that's regular. That's so basic. And we not basic, right? No. But I have one of my subscribers here on Snapchat who left me a couple videos, and I'm gonna play them for you guys.
Hi, I love this videos right now. Like, they're the realest ones, and I'm gonna be subbing, so you know I'm gonna be watching every video. But yes, love it, keep going. Thanks again for going to my Snap, and yes, your videos are like all.com, it's story times. Yes, I love the whole chat.
That was Aaliyah's from my Snapchat, so make sure you follow me on Snapchat so that I can feature you in my next video. So let's get right to it. I worked at Wendy's when I was like 20. I worked at Wendy's like 5-6 years ago, and so I always say, like, you can always find a job anywhere. If you're looking for a job and you really want a job, you better take your ass to McDonald's or something. So like, that's what I did. I'm a firm believer, if you want a job, you'll get a job wherever you can get a job, and at that time I could get a job at Wendy's. I really started getting heavy into makeup, and I needed extra money, so I got a job at Wendy's. I'm a hard worker, and I don't like people telling me what to do. So when I got there, I'm like, I'm not about to be a crew member forever. Like, one of the store manager, her name was, we'll call her Natalie. The store manager's name was Natalie. She let me know that there were like a couple positions open for like a shift manager, a shift leader or something like that. So as I was there, I was steady like working hard to do that. I was like, I was coming home, my feet had corns and bunions and shit on it. Like, my knees was hurting from me scrubbing the floor. My back used to hurt every time I came home from work. Like, it was really bad. And we had a manager named Natalie. She was there sometimes. We had a assistant manager who had been there for like 14-15 years, and she was only an assistant manager. We're gonna call her Mendoza. We're gonna call her Mendoza. And then we had another assistant manager, and we're gonna call her Catherine. Me and Catherine were really close. Catherine was black, whatever. Mendoza was Spanish, and Natalie was Indian. So I was cool with everybody on this shift. Like, I never had any problems with anybody. I only had problems with management. It was just really Mendoza. She was an older woman. I don't know why she didn't really like me, or she didn't really get my sister humor. My sister would say, like, I'm mean funny, but it's like not purposely. Like, I don't know, I can't explain it, but she didn't like me. One night, me and Mendoza and Catherine and one of these, this was an Indian boy, we're gonna call him Muhammad. We were all closing Wendy's. We were closing that night, and Mendoza is a micromanager. Like, and she will hover over your ass while you're doing something. And Mendoza was thickums. So she didn't really do all the other tasks. Catherine was thickums too, okay? Catherine was the illest. She used to get on the floor, scrub the floors, like, oh, this is how you're supposed to do it like this. Like, she would show you, like, that Wendy's was big as hell. Like, she would scrub the whole dining room area and be like, this is how it's supposed to be. Now you do the kitchen area. So, like, that's how Catherine was. Mendoza wasn't like that. She was a micromanager, and, like, it was annoying as fuck. So one night we were closing and I was scrubbing the floors. Like, you have to like literally get soap and water in a mop bucket and throw that shit all over the floor and scrub the floors like that. And then like squeegee all the water into a drain hole. Oh my God, I hated working at Wendy's. And squeegee all the water into a drain hole. So this bitch comes out like, Riyah, you're not doing that right. And I'm like, well, Catherine told me this is how you do it. She's like, actually what you're supposed to do is A, B, C, D. I said, well, why don't you show me, Mendoza? And she was like, well, I'm the manager. I don't have to show you. I just have to tell you how it's supposed to be done. And you should be able to figure it out. Well, bitch, you can show me and you can tell me, because clearly the way you want it done is not the way Catherine told me. So if you're gonna teach me a new way, you show me how to fucking do it. And I'm in my head like this and my face is showing it, because I'm just like, and my attitude was really, really bad back then when I was like 19, 20. My attitude was really, really bad, worse than it is now. God help me, Jesus saved me, because I'm able to deal with stuff a lot better than I used to. I'm looking at this bitch like, and I roll my eyes. So she sees me roll my eyes. She's like, Riyah, that's not how you should treat the person who's in charge of you. Bitch, you think you're in charge of me in life? Because you're not. I can roll my eyes if I fucking want to. You just pissed me off and I'm annoyed. So of course it's gonna come through on my facial expressions. I'm doing a fucking manual labor that I don't want to do. And I'm doing it the way Catherine taught me to do it, which I think was a better way than her, which was a better way than Mendoza's way. And I'm like, I shouldn't have said this, but whatever. I'm like, well, Catherine showed me how to do it this way. This is the newer way. I know you've been working here for like 15 years and you guys used to do it this way back in the day, but I think this way is more effective. So she looks at me like, okay, I'm not gonna argue with you. And I'm like, I'm not trying to argue. If you want me to do it your way, can you show me? So she's like, I'm not gonna go through this. I don't have to show you anything. And I'm just like, I want to punch this bitch in the face. I just want to bop her real quick. Like, you just sound stupid. And I'm like, he didn't say anything else to me for the rest of the night. The next day, I didn't have to work in the morning time. I was working another night shift. I came in like 3:30 the next day, and Natalie pulls me in before I clock in. I had been in for like a month or a month and a half, and she's like, can I talk to you in the office? So I'm like, yes, it's a meeting. She's like, yeah, it's a meeting just to discuss you moving up and what's been going on the night shift. And I'm like, okay, let me clock in. Because bitch, if you about to have a meeting with me, I need to be clocked in. She's like, Riyah, really? And I'm like, Natalie, really? Yeah. I clock in and I go in the room and I sit down. And she's like, okay, so Mendoza told me last night you had a really, really bad attitude with her. You were going back and forth with her, and that can't happen. And I'm like, Natalie, that's not what happened. This happened, that happened, and this happened. You can ask Catherine. She was like, okay, I'm gonna ask her, because I really was looking into promoting you to a shift leader, and you have to be an example, and blah 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 blah. The pay would be $1 more. I heard that part, and I'm like, if this bitch Mendoza fuck up my chance for getting $1 extra, I'ma fuck this bitch up. I'ma just fuck her up. Like, I'ma just fuck her up. So she said that. She's like, I'm gonna talk to Catherine, see what she had to say about last night, and then we'll talk before your shift is over. So Mendoza was not coming in that night or that day. She was off that day. So I'm like, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. And I had been telling my coworkers like, yeah, Natalie want to promote me, but like Mendoza ugly ass gonna tell her I was going back and forth with her, but that wasn't the case. Muhammad, you was here, you heard. He's like, yeah, she's annoying, like she's mad annoying. She been like that. He had been there for like a couple years. She always been like that. Catherine comes in. Catherine goes in the office. She talks to Natalie. I get called back into the office. Okay, Catherine told me what actually happened. We always have like little problems with Mendoza and her attitudes towards other people. Catherine had been putting a bug in my ear saying, yeah, like how she don't like her. Nobody likes Mendoza. Let me tell you how nobody likes Mendoza. She's so annoying because like she would just sit there and like eat french fries and shit. Like, bitch, if you don't take your french fry eating ass over there somewhere and pick up a mop, like just because you're in management, like you need to be, if you in management, I'm gonna give you a nice little bit of advice. If you ever get into management, retail management, fast food, any type of management, Just because you have a crew or staff does not mean all the work falls on them. You have to help also. You can't just be sitting in the back, just relaxing, like eating french fries and fucking chicken nuggets with honey mustard. No, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be on that line helping also. So that's not how she was, but nobody liked her. So she was like, she told me what happened. We've been having problems with her. It's fine, don't worry about it. We want to give you the promotion. It's on a trial base. You'll still get the raise while you're on trial. It's going to be you and Cicely. You and Cicely are going to be promoted. Mind you, Muhammad had been there for a couple years, and once we got, so you get a regular crew member shirt and like a crew member like little fucking visor. And when you are, that's when you're a crew member. But when you're a shift leader or you're a manager, you get like this ugly ass button checkered shirt, fucking shit, no visor, and it was ugly, but like you have a different shirt. So, bitch, I go in the bathroom, I walk out. I walk out with my shirt in my hand, go in the bathroom, change, threw that shit on, buttoned up, tucked it, took my visor off, because that visor was ugly as hell, and I had bobs and shit back then. It was fucking my hair up. Like, you have a nice little bob of curls, and then you gotta put the fucking hat on, you take the fucking hat off, you got a fucking line all the way around your bob. I ain't like that shit. Threw that fucking visor, came back out, proud as hell of my new shirt. Proud as fuck, like, I was Superwoman or some shit. Like, I was Superwoman or some shit. Come back out like, yeah, bitches, I've been here for a month and I got promoted, niggas. Ow, ow. I was way too gassed, but like, I've been here for like a month. Like, yo, my customer service skills, I probably be acting like mad extra here with y'all, but like, I know how to tell them like, hi, thank you for choosing Wendy's. How can I help you today? I know how to turn that shit on, okay? I come out and I'm just like, yeah, bitch. And they all looking at me like, oh shit, like you got promoted. And I'm like, yeah. And then Cicely came in like a little while later. She got the promotion too. She came out with all suit. But the next day, Mendoza was there. I was working in the morning. So, yo, I had closed that night. And I had to get right back up like 6 hours later and come into work. So, I come in, bitch. I got my shirt on. My shit was ironed. I ironed that shit. Ironed my fucking new shirt. Put that motherfucking shirt on. Tucked it in. I was like, yo, I was like, I got the promote. I had told him already, but like, I was super sucked. Walk in, and I don't think that Natalie told Mendoza. So I walk in, and Muhammad sees me, because he had left before that day, before I got promoted. He had left. Muhammad sees me, and he looking at me like, Mendoza sees me, and she's like, Mariah, could you step over here? Where'd you get that? Where's your shirt? Why do you have that shirt? Oh, Mendoza, you didn't know that I got promoted? I was like, oh, you didn't know that I got promoted? Yeah, Natalie promoted me yesterday, her and Catherine. And she was like, oh, well, congratulations. And I'm like, thank you, bitch. Thank you. I actually said it just like that. Thank you. And I go back to the bag, put my stuff up. I always got there. You always get to your job early. If you there 10 minutes before, then you're on time. If you there on time, then you're fucking late. I see you like 15 minutes before, so I can have time to like take my shit off, you know, tuck my phone. I don't trust people still. Put my fucking cash in my titty, tuck my phone up under my pocketbook. Like, I used to be having a bunch of shit to do. So I got there and I'm sitting in the bag, and who come back there? Muhammad. Oh yeah, you know they offered me that position, but I turned it down. If you get your fucking ugly ass out of here, you like, yeah, they offered me that position a few times in the years that I've been here, and you rather had been dipping fries? You're a fucking liar. Shut the fuck up. Get out of here. People be hating ass motherfuckers. So during this whole shift, him and Mendoza was fucking pussy buddies, like all up on each other, like chit, little inside jokes. This whole time Mendoza's supposed to be training me on how to be a manager, but she's barely doing that. Shout out to Catherine, who was helping me days and days later. But yeah, they were just so together, like little. My this bitch like 40 something, and Muhammad like 21. If y'all get y'all motherfuckers, y'all not even on the same playing field. Like, maybe y'all are, cause y'all both gonna be working at Wendy's forever. But whatever. But y'all not even on the same, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, y'all on some funny man shit. Like, y'all both mad. Like, bitch, you a manager, you assistant manager, and you been here for 15 years. And Muhammad, your little ass been here for 2 years, and you talking, I turned the position down so many times because I'd rather be dipping fries. Shut the fuck up. So, this, from the time I got the promotion until the time that I got fired, Mendoza had been going, like, she had been being so nitpicky with me, and every time she would tell me to do something, or like how to do it, or like when I would do something or I maybe got it wrong or something like that, or like opening and closing the store, she would be like, no, as a manager you have to get it right the first time, or like the first couple times, or I just told you this yesterday, like get it together, like really bitchy. Until one day I had it up to fucking here with this bitch. So I come in, and I'm not late, never was I late. Come in, I start cutting the fucking salad for the salads. Like, you have to literally cut romaine lettuce, cut iceberg lettuce, you have to do all this stuff. And you gotta be careful because like you can cut your finger off with them fucking cutting devices. So I go and I start cutting. It's early in the morning. She's gonna come in there like I haven't been cutting fucking salad for 5 months now. Riyah, what are you doing? That's not how you do it. And it was early in the morning, y'all. And you know how you don't get enough sleep, and I ain't get enough sleep. Just like that bitch Chanelica from my video yesterday. I ain't get enough fucking sleep. So I'm like, what? Could you leave me alone right now? And I put my earbuds in, and I straight turned my music up, and I was ignoring that bitch. And I'm just like, and you just see her like, and I'm just like, I finally, this bitch wouldn't go away. I finally was like, yes, Mendoza, what is it that you want from me? She's like, I'm just trying to let you know that you're doing it wrong. And I'm like, I'm just trying to let you know that you're getting on my fucking nerves. Yes, I said that shit to her. That bitch was getting on my nerve. Like, leave me alone. Like, leave me alone. Let me chop this fucking lettuce. You trying to tell me I'm doing something wrong, and I'm not doing nothing wrong. I've been chopping lettuce. Opening the store. You have to chop the lettuce. You have to chop all the veggies and shit up. That's management's responsibility. Really, it was Mendoza's responsibility, and she gave it to this girl right here. So, bitch, if you gave me the responsibility, let me do it. I know this shit sounds stupid because it's just lettuce, but leave me the fuck alone about the lettuce. And I went off on her, and she rolled her eyes, walked away, ain't say shit to me for the rest of the day. Natalie comes in. She immediately pulls Natalie into the back room, into the office, and they have a conversation. Then Mendoza comes up to me, and she was like, mind you, in my head, I'm like, if this bitch find me, I'm gonna fuck her up. Fuck her up. That she had written me up prior for my attitude. So she had written me up prior for my attitude, for attitude that she felt. It was her write-up. It wasn't Natalie's write-up. It wasn't Catherine. It was her personal write-up for me. So she put me in the back. Her and Natalie were there, and they were sitting down, and Natalie was just looking at me like, Mendoza told me that you cursed her out this morning. You're not allowed to do that. So we have this write up here for you to sign. When they say that, and I'm just like, okay, whatever, is another fucking write up. And I'm like, okay, but I didn't curse her out. And I wrote, and like they have a section for you to write what happened. I wrote down what happened, and I signed it. I didn't read it, guys. Whenever you're signing something for work or for whatever, you need to read it. Like, read it. I don't care if you're angry, annoyed. Read that shit. Read that shit. So I signed it and I gave it back. And I'm like, okay, I'm about to go back to work. And she was like, no, you can just go home. And I'm like, oh, y'all really sending me home? She's like, yeah. And never once did they say anything outside of that. And I'm like, okay, I gotta count my drawer. They're like, no, I'll count for you. I'm like, no, this bitch really that mad that she wants to send me home? I'm not gonna count my drawer or nothing like that. Okay, whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. I leave. I was off for the next day. I already had plans to go to Newark to get my single-lease twist done. So I don't think nothing of it. I drive to Newark. I sit down. I get my hair braided. And so I'm like, but first of all, the shop that I went to was taking forever. I was there all day, and I was so tired. And I'm like, I had to work the next day. And I'm like, I'm about to fucking call out because I'm about to call out now. I'm about to make up a plan. I made up a plan like I was sick or some shit. I'm about to make up a plan now for tomorrow. So I was like, I'm letting him pick up the phone. Call my sister Kiki was in the shop with me. Kiki picked up the phone, and I'm like, yes, this is Mariah. Can I speak to Catherine, or can I speak to a manager? Muhammad had answered the phone. Ugly motherfucker. Muhammad had answered the phone. So he like, okay, hold on. And you hear them like, it's Riyah. So she gets the phone, and Natalie gets the phone, and she's like, hello, yes, Riyah. And I'm like, yeah, Natalie, I'm calling the call off for tomorrow because like I just can't make it. Like I don't feel good. My stomach hurt. I've been coughing all day. Like this is just I can't make it tomorrow. So she's like, what do you mean? You were fired yesterday. Bitch, what? I was fired. I said no, I wasn't. I was not. She was like, yes, the paper you signed was it was a termination paper. And I said, that's a fucking lie. That paper did not say I was terminated. I said, I'm like, let me email me a copy of that paper. She's like, you can come pick it up if you get here before I leave. I'm leaving at 9 o'clock. Okay, bitch. Okay, and I said that. I should have been rude to her because she, like, it wasn't her fault. Like, I should have read it. But I'm like, okay, bitch, hung up. And I'm like, I think Kiki said, I'm like, Kiki, bitch, I got fired. She's like, so I finished getting my St. Louis twist done. I am pissed off. Cheyenne, my sister, wanted to come to my house. Kiki wanted to come to my house. So we in my hoopty, we get in the car, we driving back. And I'm like, let me go to fucking Wendy's. So I drive to Wendy's, and I'm like, y'all can stay in the car. They wanted Wendy's anyway. So I get out the fucking car. You know how when you first get your hair braided, your shit tight. My shit all pulled up. So I already got this face like, and then I masked my face like, I walk in the fucking Wendy's, pull it open, it's still open. And I'm like, I walk in, who there? Little short ass Mendoza. Muhammad, little ugly ass. And I'm like, with Natalie. So they looking at me like, oh, this bitch ready. I already had sweatpants and shit on because I was off and like I was going in my hair braid, so I'm gonna be comfortable anyway. So it wasn't like I was trying to fight, but it looked like I was trying to fight. So one of my friends were just, oh, your hair look nice. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Where is Natalie? And she left, and I'm like, okay, Mendoza, let me see the paper that I had got terminated. So she was like, I actually can't go on those files right now because Natalie isn't here. And I'm like, bitch, it's my paper. I signed it. I can see it if I fucking want to see it. She's like, I'm not, Riyah, I'm not gonna go through this with you. Like, she's not here if you want to come back when she is here, and you can see the paper. I said, but you think you slick. Bitch, you know motherfucking well that I didn't read that paper. If you saw me didn't read that paper, you should have told me to, Riyah, you should read it. But I'm like, but you're not built like that, you ugly bitch. I was doing the most inside this. It was nobody, luckily it was no customers in it because that would have been really embarrassing. It was just like the workers. And mind you, they all had stopped and they was looking at me. Person on the drive-thru, person on the broth, person on the burgers, person on the chicken, person on the salads, person on the sandwiches, my friend on the front register, they all looking at me. And I'm like, I need to calm down. I said, fuck you, bitch. I don't need to calm down. You knew what you was doing. You straight slick fired me. And then you gonna fire me over some bullshit. I was like, I should slap the shit out of you right now, like right across the counter. But I'm like, you lucky it's fucking camera, so I will slap the fucking shit out of you. Or whatever like that. And my friend like, Riyah, just leave. Just leave. And I'm like, fuck that bitch. I'm not going nowhere. I'll stay here all motherfucking night. But then I thought about it. I'm like, my sister's in the car. I know a better way to get back at this bitch. And I'm like, I'll see your ass around. I'm good for saying that shit, but like I don't be stalking nobody's shit like that. Like I be over that shit the next day. I was over it fairly fast. Get back in the car and my sister's in like, oh, did you go off? And I'm like, no, but y'all wanna go, y'all hungry, y'all wanna go through the drive-thru? So how it is all drive-thrus work on timers. If you are slow on the drive-thru, if you have voided items on a drive-thru, then your score goes down for the day. I know the ins and outs of this Wendy's, so I say let's go through the drive-thru and let's make her night a living hell. Like, let's just fuck her shit up real quick. So what we do is we go to the window. I'm like, what y'all want? They told me what they want. It wasn't that big. I ordered like 30 items. And she like, okay, like trying to write it, like remember it. So what we would do is, just in case a customer decided not to get something, we would try to remember what they ordered before we keyed it in, so we wouldn't have a voided item. I know this because I don't see anything popping up on the screen. I said, excuse me, ma'am, I can't see my fucking order, okay? I need to see my order on the screen. Being so ghetto, but like, I didn't fucking care. I'm like, I need to see my order on the screen as I say it to you. So she like, okay, I ordered like 3 loaded baked potatoes. I ordered so much shit, y'all. Just sitting there, and I'm like, Shad, you can drive to the next window. And I'm like, okay, I'm trying to get my money out. You can do that at the next window. So I'm like, okay. I drive up and you can tell she thought like it was me, but when she looked at me, she realized it was really me. And she was like, okay, that'll be $58.96. And I'm like, 1 second. And I'm going through my, y'all got y'all money? We got money yet. We got money yet. Alright, Kiki gave me like $3. Cheyenne gave me like $2. It was like not even that much shit. Like I really only wanted like a Frosty or some shit. So I'm just like, oh damn, I don't think I have enough money. Could you take one of the baked potatoes off and let me know what the total is? And she was like, okay. She took it off. Boy, you hear, mind you, I'm looking at the time. We in a drive-thru for like 15 minutes now. It's like this is all going in their overall score for the day. I was being so petty, but who cares? So she's like, okay, now it's 40, and I'm like, all right, take another baked potato off. And she's like, okay, just let me know all the items you want taken out. I said, matter of fact, I do got it. Put them 2 baked potatoes back on. So she got mad. And at the end of all this, me going back and forth, I was like, as a matter of fact, I just want two-piece nuggets, a junior bacon cheeseburger, and a Frosty. And she was so pissed off because she had to void all those transactions, and my order came up to like $8. So yeah, that's what happened when I got fired from Wendy's. I was really pissed off, and I was being really petty. I don't give a fuck. Like, don't sneak fire me. That's like sneak dissing, but you sneak fire somebody. What the fuck? Let me know in the comment section if anything like that ever happened to you guys. I doubt it, or maybe it did, and maybe I'm not the only person out here getting sneak fired. And if you worked at Wendy's before, let me know your experience, because I like their food. Like I don't eat McDonald's. I will only eat Wendy's. But like I be annoyed because I still go to Wendy's. I don't go to that one. I have another one closer to my house, and I be going to Wendy's. Every time I go to Wendy's, I be thinking about that shit. But yeah, that was the story time of when I got fired from Wendy's. That concludes day 4 of story time. I hope you are enjoying this story time week. Like I said, make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you like this video. Give it a big thumbs up for me and share the video. I love you guys much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.